Alright, as you can see, I'm back with another Cyberpunk 2077 FPS benchmark video. This time I'm going to be testing it with the GTX 1050 Ti. Now before I go on with this video, I'd like to ask everyone for a small favor. Go ahead and hit the like button down below. It really helps to grow the channel and I appreciate it. Also, if you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing, as I have the best, most accurate FPS benchmarks on the latest games. So let's get to it. Start off with the 1080p resolution and then I'll move it into the 720p. So we have here 1080p full screen, graphics preset on the lowest possible settings, keeping it at 100% on the scale, and as always the crowd density on low. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting around 30s on the average. Not bad. This version here that I'm using is the MSI GTX 1050 Ti. This is a small card. It does not require any additional 6-pin connection or anything like that, so it is not going to be as powerful as the full-size 1050 Ti that does require an additional power. Just the way it is. You could expect, if you do everything correctly, you should be able to get 5 more FPS maybe. So yes, this card is overclocked as always. I have the standard overclock that I use for most of my cards, which is 100 megs on the core and 300 megs on the memory clock. Now this is something for you to be able to do off the bat without any voltage increasing. Any modern card, if it's in good condition and it's not like really beat up, it should be able to do that, and you do get a nice gain, probably like 5 to 10 FPS depending on what game you're using. So in this case it probably gain about 5 FPS. Also, I'm using the i7 8700K processor here with the overclock to 5 GHz with Hyperthread disabled, along with 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM running at 3600 MHz. So what I try to do here is to give you the best possible results. Squeeze every little nook and cranny, especially for a hard game like this to run, to show you that yes, it is quite playable even with the GTX 1050 Ti. It's running really good on low settings.
Got a simple, clean-cut gig. Need you to zero someone who's been extorting regular, hard-working folks. Our public enemy's name is Blake, and he is one slippery motherfucker.
Alright, let's jump into medium settings, see what this thing could do. Okay, here we are, medium.
Info on him and his MO attached.
Alright, now we take a pretty nice hit there. We're at low 30s, upper 20s. The visual is a lot better from the low settings. Medium is good. So in my opinion, you should be able to, if you get everything running correctly with a good overclock, you should be able to run this game on medium settings around 30 FPS or so with good visuals. Definitely enjoyable. Now in my previous video that I tested with the GTX 960 4GB version, I did mention that it should be on par with this card, but in this case the GTX 960 4GB version, it performs a lot better in my opinion, and you could check the FPS in my other video that it gets about 10 FPS more on average, and that's because that is a full-size card and it does require an 8-pin power connection. It just has more juice run into it, and it was similarly overclocked.
What's up with you? Do I know told you. Ah, life's good, eh?
Alright, let's jump into high settings here. That's going to be pretty much, in my opinion, the limit with motion blur off. Now we're in low 20s and we'll probably hit high teens. Visuals are now a lot sharper, but I would not recommend it playing at such low frame rate. Medium was really the best overall, I think, graphics to performance. But nevertheless, it appears to be still playable. Oh, did you see that?
Well, a shitstorm anyway.
Oh, did you see her head? Wow. Just like twisted. Alright, let's jump into the 720p. Okay, so now we're on the lowest preset once again. I'm always running this game on full scale resolution. I will not be turning it down to 80% or 70%, nothing like that. Ooh, what was that? So we're definitely getting a lot more FPS in this resolution, up to 60 in some areas, but the quality of the graphics are not so good. We really have to turn it up to like high or ultra preset on 720p for it to look good.
You have nothing better to do?
It's important that you do. Don't talk to me.
Oh no. Okay, now we're going into medium.
There it is.
What?
Rude.
You want a new friend?
You know that, right?
Alright, so that's medium settings. Let's jump into high settings. Motion blur off. And this is the part where the game starts looking a lot better, a lot sharper, where you could actually enjoy this game at 720p and be like, wow, the graphics look great.
What do I say?
Alright, so let's wrap it up on the ultra settings. Motion blur off. There you have it. We're still in the 30s, not bad at all. Still is very responsive, no lag. So the conclusion is, you could play this game on 720p high to ultra settings and on 1080p low to medium settings with enjoyable FPS and no lag or stuttering or nothing like that. So that wraps it up for this video. Next card in line is the GTX 1070. So stay tuned for that video, and be sure to check out my channel. I have tons of benchmarks on a lot of games. So I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.